this has been great for me. I love doing this. I've known ever since the first time I drove a truck that this is what I was going to do. My uncle was an owner-operator in the early 70s all the way through the 80s, and he used to let us drive the truck at home. We lived on 2 acres, so we would get to drive the truck around the block. I started driving these things when I was 9 years old, and the first time I ever put one in gear and let the clutch out and stalled it, I was hooked. And I just learned from then, and I love what I do, so I knew from that point on that I would make this my career, whether it be driving for a company or buying my own truck and being an owner-operator. This is my first truck with England. This is my 5th truck that I've owned. I started out with a 2-axle 1980 Freightliner cab-over, and then just upgraded from that point on. I started with a 2-axle, upgraded to a 3-axle, moved on from cab-overs to conventionals, which are a lot smoother riding trucks. You guys getting into the industry today have no idea what trucks rode like 15 years ago. I felt old saying that kind of stuff, but it's true. I mean, I started out with my uncle's truck at 9 years old. There was no air ride on the suspension, no air ride on the cabs, no air ride seats. It was a metal frame bolted right to the floor. That was it. We used to go out with him to pick up barley and wheat out in Blythe, California from Riverside. He used to supply a grain house right there in Paris. And like I said, when I got hooked the first time, he told me, here's the keys to go wash the truck, drop the trailers, and pull it in the driveway. And ever since then, even through school, junior high, high school, even my last 2 years of elementary school after I got hooked on it, all my buddies from school, my best friends, everybody laughed. Oh yeah, right, you'll change your mind, you'll change your mind. Teachers used to tell me, oh, you're still young, you'll change your mind. Yeah, look where I am now, doing what I said I was going to do. And I see one of my buddies lives in North Vegas, and right out of high school I went into driving trucks. He went into the military, and he's still into the military, has 4 years to his retirement. I'm still driving trucks. The rest of them are still kind of just him-hawing around, job hopping, and doing what they do. So I've made something out of it for me, and my brother is also doing it. He's here in England, and he's making something out of it for him. I trained him to drive 11 years ago, over 11 years ago now, and he always tells me, man, I had to kick your butt for getting me into this industry. And I'm like, you know what, he's been just as hooked on it as I have since we were kids. So it's a career for him too, and no matter what he'll tell you, he'll always tell you at the end of the conversation after joking around that he loves what he does. I love what I do, and if you love it, you're going to do a good job at it. If you don't love it, it's like any other job. Anybody cannot be in love with their job. They're not going to be happy doing it. I love what I do, so I'm happy here. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything, but once you're in a truck, it's not an easy job. You have to deliver your freight on time. You have to make your pickups on time. If you want to keep getting miles out of your DM, you've got to be able to do your job, and that helps him do his job. If he knows you're out there and you're reliable, you're going to make an on-time pickup, you're going to make an on-time delivery. That's what this industry is all about. Satisfying, keeping the customer satisfied. If you can't keep the customer satisfied, they're not going to want to give England more loads.